Born in Spain to Dutch parents, I moved to Portugal at 11 and was educated in the international system. This upbringing gave me a broad perspective, but also left me without a clear sense of belonging. My search for identity led me to jewelry making, a craft that became a reflection of my own journey. I began goldsmithing in 2021 and moved to Lisbon 3 years ago to study it further. As I shaped raw materials, I saw parallels between my work and the shifting city around me. Lisbon, like me, is in transition, caught between preserving its heritage and embracing transformation. Instead of harmony, I saw fragmentation. This realization deepened my commitment to exploring how art can bridge divides, creating spaces for connection and belonging in a city where the past and present collide, and a quiet longing for what once was meets the uncertainty of what is to come. And so I began to look deeper into Lisbon itself. The city breathes, shifts, and adapts. But in this transformation, what do we lose? And what do we create? Between the weight of heritage and the pull of the future, identity is fragile. For many, Lisbon is home. For others, it is a postcard. And in between, there is tension, dissonance, longing. Saudade. The Portuguese created this feeling, this concept, saudade, an ancestral longing, born from centuries of migration, exile, displacement. It is a genetic imprint, an inheritance of uncertainty. Today, Lisbon carries a new kind of saudade, a city questioning itself, a people feeling alienated from their own streets. Portugal has been reported to have some of the highest anxiety rates in the world, a reflection of deep-rooted cultural and historical influences. In Lisbon, this anxiety is compounded by rapid gentrification, rising living costs that force many Portuguese residents out of their own city, and migration tensions that highlight the growing disparity between communities. The city's transformation has created a sense of displacement, not just for individuals, but for the identity of Lisbon itself. But what if art could intervene? Joseph Beuys once said, "Every human being is an artist." His concept of social sculpture was not about creating objects, it was about shaping society itself. Art as dialogue, art as intervention, art as healing. Before launching this project, I conducted a practice social sculpture session with a group of volunteers. It was an opportunity to experiment with the methodology, observe how participants engaged with the process, and understand the impact of deep listening, material exploration, and storytelling. As we moved through the session, I saw how perspectives shifted, how objects took on new meaning, and how connections formed in unexpected ways.
Can you say it as, like, imagine you are that ring and you're telling the story from you as that ring?
So yeah, I as the ring was like serving the mom, and like I was giving the mom everything she needed for this moment. It's an empowering feeling and feeling of something to hold on. So it's like something that gives you like power to go out in the world, but at the same time, it's something you can hold on. So it's like
Tangible.
yeah. So it gives you to go out, but it saves like something safe. And the father saw the importance in the ring for the mom, or like what the ring gave the mom. And when the mom, sure, yeah, you could do it. And then when the mom passed by, I feel like the father took care of the ring, and at one point, like he was like, okay, now it's time for me, the ring, to serve my daughter, and to like give all this what he saw giving the ring to her mom gives to the daughter. So I feel like there's a lot of love putting also from the father side in the ring, and then like okay, now I want you to go on with this love. Yeah. So I want you to like have this ring and have the what the ring gave your mom, and I want you to live with it and to explore the world with it. And so now me as a ring, I just moved to the next generation and like still give all my energy and my power to the other world.
That's beautiful. Thank
Wow.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment for that because that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it was really sweet. Yeah.
Did you observe like a change in the relationship with your object? Maybe.
Is it appreciated a lot more? No, I usually do.
Got a connection, but but it's important.
Wow, I'm such an important part of this family now.
Okay, so do objects change in meaning over time? Has your object changed in meaning over time?
I think, like, with this, I have no idea what it meant to my mom, but it meant something to my dad, obviously, to keep it and to, like, preserve it for so long and then to give it to me. So it's definitely a different meaning between me and her, and we've never been able to discuss the meaning, so I think that's, like, cool. Different.
Yeah, and it gives you a chance now to imagine what that relationship with your mom is. And I hope that it can make you feel closer to her in a way, even though that must be really hard.
Absolutely it does.
But I don't know if I understood the question, but it's strange that an object it can have such a big story and energy and I don't know feelings attached to it. It's only an object.
Irreplaceable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Irreplaceable.
yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah,
There's just nothing like it.
yeah.
Nothing.
You can have two the same bags, two the same rings, but one has such a different.
Yeah. What did you notice during this process?
Talking about the ring was like, okay, like we talked before and I saw you and I saw the ring, but like now talking about it, it's like getting deeper in the person's life and like, well, okay, you see a person, you see things, but you never see the meaning behind it, or you never see like what it is for a person and like whole story behind it. It's just, yes, kind of like what you see and what huge universe is behind it.
This experience reaffirmed the power of social sculpture to create space for transformation, both personal and collective. Social sculpture is about making the invisible visible. It is about deep listening, circling, and transformational processes where participants shift their perspectives and explore new ways of seeing themselves and others. This is not a workshop. It is a social sculpture session, a space for inquiry, self-reflection, and human connection. What makes a table a table? Is it just a surface with 4 legs? So are chairs and stools. What truly defines a table? It is the invisible structures, function, intention, context that shape our perception of it. We do this with everything. We name, categorize, and frame our world in fixed ways. But what happens when we break these assumptions? Social sculpture is about shifting perception, about opening the imagination. My questions are my material, just as important as the tangible objects we use. Through experiential processes that question identity, belonging, and transformation, we create a framework for participants to witness and embody change. This is not just a project. It is a model, a prototype, a way forward. The pieces created here will live beyond the social sculpture sessions, as artifacts of a conversation, as works of art that embody Lisbon's evolving identity. This can be sustainable. This can grow. This can create impact beyond Lisbon, beyond jewelry, beyond art itself. In the future, I will conduct social sculptures in different spaces, schools, prisons, and intimate groups where participants will receive a final jewelry piece symbolizing their transformational experience. This can be an educational tool, a therapeutic experience, a transformative art process. It can also be marketed as a ticketed experience for those seeking meaningful engagement with art and identity. These pieces will extend beyond the sessions, finding a home in an online gallery, securing museum grants to fund and sustain the work, and becoming part of exhibitions in institutions like the Gulbenkian Museum here in Lisbon. This is more than an art project. It is a framework for future artistic interventions, expanding the conversation and deepening its impact. The city is alive. It is changing, but it is still ours to shape. Social sculpture is everywhere. Be a part of it.